All right, Nick the broker at Rubicon Real Estate. And this is a story about a probate transaction that I did and what I found and what happened with all of this. Okay? So this is real estate. I make an offer on a probate property. They accept my offer and they petition the court for a confirmation hearing. Right? That's how it works on a probate. Now on a probate you have to put 10% down. And if you don't do the deal, you lose your 10%. And it is considered a transaction that is cash, which means they don't care where you get the money. You can get a lender, you can pay cash. As far as they're concerned, it's a cash deal. 10% down, cash deal, and that's the end of it. Okay, so we petitioned the court for a confirmation hearing, and I asked the attorney, I say to the attorney, look, can I go on the property and sort of start cleaning it up and straightening it out, because there's maybe some vandalism and they see a vacant house, but if they see me in there doing some work, they'll leave it alone. Okay, so I start with my son, we go and we start working on the property. Okay, and meanwhile I think I'm so clever, because by the time the confirmation hearing comes, I will have done the renovation on the property and I'll be able to flip it. I was being a wise guy, all right, being clever. Okay, in theory, this could work. So my son and I are sitting on the floor in the living room, and we're looking at the pictures on the wall. And I'm looking at the pictures on the wall, and I said, you know, Tom, if I was Sherlock Holmes, look at that picture over there. It doesn't fit. All the pictures are scenery of trees and everything, and that picture is a city. That picture doesn't belong in this room.
There is some meaning.
I says, let's take down the picture and let's see if there's anything behind it. We take down the picture and there are photographs in the back of the picture, all Nazi high-ranking officials, like generals. And they were in a prisoner of war camp after the war, but only for the Nazi elite, the military elite. And I'm saying, you know, Tom, I bet one of these people was the owner of this house who died. All right? And so we start looking around the house, and we find the cane. Okay? And there was some other stuff, and there was a table. So I called the attorney. I says, you know, I could use this cane. It's a good cane. You know, it's got, well, it has a point. It had a sharp point here, but I covered it up. Okay? It had a really sharp point. So I called the attorney, and I says, look, there's a table, and there's a cane, and there's some books. He says, I know. The attorney says this. I was there. I looked at everything. And it's all junk. Take whatever you want. Give me $100. Just get rid of it. Okay, so I take the cane. Right? Meanwhile, and I'm thinking to my son, this is so strange. You know, this house belonged to a very important person in the German elite at the close of the war. He says, yes, that's right. What the hell? I wonder what he was. Now, to make the long story short, I get home and I start playing with the cane. I'm looking, I said, look, it's got a sharp point. Why do they need such a sharp point? And it's a very old cane. You know, it's split and everything. And then I go and I'm pulling on it, and look. Now, this is what's important.
Oh,
this blade is not like a regular blade. This blade doesn't bend.
No.
All right?
Small.
And it's very pointy, and
it's like a mini sword, huh?
What was that?
Mini sword.
Weapon, this weapon.
Yes, of course, it was a weapon.
Weapon.
All right, but let me tell you what weapon.
Secret weapon.
Because you'll find it on the internet and everything. The Gestapo would always have a cane like this.
Yeah,
and the blade is described, when I was looking it up, it describes this blade.
Yeah.
And it said the Gestapo would walk around and they would carry this cane.
Yeah,
because
this
they had
is
so
you
much
cannot
power.
you can
No, And
This
that was,
is for
okay, that was what I found in the probate. But you find a
This
lot of other, let me finish. You find a lot of other personal property. Yeah, look at it. So, then we go to court for the confirmation hearing, right? There's a hearing. I go to court for the confirmation hearing. Meanwhile, I had done work on the property. I even had the termite done. I invested a couple of thousand already because I figured I'd be way ahead of the game when I win in the confirmation hearing. And I go to the confirmation hearing and they outbid me. The price of the house went sky high. And I said, no, I'm not going to pay that much. I won't make any money. And so I lost my time and the investment in the termite, and all I had was the king. But this is the thing with a probate sale. The attorney accepts your offer, and you go to a court, and other people have to bid if they want to bid on it. So you could lose. Even though they accepted your offer, doesn't mean you're going to get it. You go to the confirmation hearing. And one day, I took the whole office to a confirmation hearing, and we had a lot of fun with the judge. The judge was funny. And we lost that one too. And the judge says, Rubicon, you're fading Rubicon, what happened, you know? And anyway, we lost that one. But the deal with the Gestapo, the Nazi official, that I lost. And the house went for what it wasn't worth. It went way above its market value. Because in an auction, people get wild up. You know, I'm not going to come here for nothing. I'm going to get this house. And so they overpay in a confirmation hearing. And sometimes it could be a beautiful day. Everything is great. You think everybody's going to come to the confirmation hearing. Nobody comes. Another day I go down to LA. It's storming. It's a horrible day. And I said, oh, nobody's going to come. Everybody shows up. So you cannot predict the confirmation hearing. So my advice is don't touch the property. But what you can do, you can go into the property and see the personal property, the mirrors, paintings, and you can call the attorney and see if they want to okay a sale of the personal property. So I know brokers, two of them, who make a living with the sale, just going to buy personal property, and then they resell it. All right, and I got a lot of Chinese furniture that way too. So they're fun. So if you get like the Journal of Commerce, you need a legal paper. You can see what deals are in probate, and then you can call the attorney. You'd like to do this. I know, Jacqueline, you would like to do this. And you go to the attorney's office. This way they meet you. You get a key to the property. And then you go and see the personal property. And you can offer something. Say, oh, I saw this beautiful chair. The chair could be worth $5,000. Say, oh, I'll give you a couple of hundred. The attorney says, yeah, get rid of it. The heirs don't even want to know about it. You know? And I got a grandfather clock. It's really a nice clock. It was $125. I mean, it's a really, I'm not kidding, it's not a junky clock. Yeah, it's got the chimes and the big dial on the front and the cabinet alone.
They will sell anyway.
The cabinet alone, somebody wanted to buy it without even the mechanism in it. All right, so wait, let me finish because we're making a video. All right, so, so anyway, that was it on the confirmation hearing, which is critical if you're going to do probates. And you've got to decide. Now, do not subscribe to the Journal of Commerce because that's $300 a year. You could just buy it at a newsstand or see if you could get a copy over on the internet. I haven't tried that. I subscribed for a year and I just didn't get around to doing probates again, but I had more fun. Sailboats, an original Packard when they first came out, an automobile that was sitting in the garage for many years. That was a great buy for a collector of old cars. Never used, just sat there for 20, 30 years. So I really encourage probates. It's a lot of fun, and you meet attorneys, you meet their secretaries, you see the personal property, you go to the court and everything. So anyway, this is the story of the Nazi cane, the Gestapo cane that I found in a probate. Okay, Nicole, so we can end this one up and decide what you're going to label.